My dad was a musician, and he eventually opened a studio when I was young, and I sort of grew up in a studio. I used to play with Hot Wheels cars under the console while he worked. By the time I was 12, I decided I was going to be a rock star. You know, I was in bands in high school and junior high and whatnot. Eventually, we started recording little demos, and because I grew up in a studio, I was always the guy to, get the 4-track and record stuff. So when I was about 18, I got a job at a studio in Southern California as the janitor, and the owner he's a cool guy, and he basically said, from 9 to 5, you clean toilets and empty trash, but if there's nothing going on, use the studio. After about a year and a half of, going in late night, I realized that I loved being in the studio more than I loved being in the band. So I quit the band and decided to change my career trajectory from rock star to recording engineer mixer. When a composer sends me songs, they're in pieces. Every instrument is isolated and on a separate track. My job is to mix them all together. I'll listen to the rough mix, and I'm not trying to get ideas for the mix. I just want to hear the vibe of the song. Then I'll start from scratch. First thing is always the bass drum. Start with drums and percussion and loops, and then just sort of build from there. Sonically, the song is really going to tell me where it wants to go. If I could just sum it up in one word, it would be balance. My goal at the end of the day when you listen to one of my mixes is that you can close your eyes and see everything that you're hearing. For a long time, there wasn't as big of a demand for it, and I don't think people paid as much attention to it. And a lot of times you had composers who were writing, recording, and mixing everything, and just out of necessity. And the thing is just because you're a great composer doesn't mean that you're a great mixer. It's a totally different skill set. So the fact that Soundstripe actually cared enough to bring on guys that are real world mixers, that says a huge amount about they're wanting there to be quality there.